In this video, I'm going to be unboxing the Ubiquiti U6-LR Wi-Fi extender, and I'm going to take you through the process of the installation and configuration. I'll show you how to install it on the wall if yours is going to be on the wall, and also how to install it on the ceiling if you want yours to be on a ceiling, and I'll also show you how to configure it and get it ready for first use. So stay tuned. What I have with me here is the Ubiquiti Unifi U6-LR Wi-Fi extender, and this is new. I'm here to take it off the pack, so we'll be unboxing it. So for this, we have the last test date was 2023, I think. Yes, that is it there. 2023 6/7/2023. And then the model is U6-LR Ubiquiti Unifi Wi-Fi extender. So this comes with a lot of features that I'm going to be taking you through right now. So for this particular model I'm holding, it has a 1.3 gigahertz dual core processor. It is now upgraded to support full duplex 1 Gbps TCP IP performance. And it also comes with 4-stream high-efficiency Wi-Fi 6 technology, and it also had 5 GHz band 4x4 MU MIMO and OFDMA with radio rate of 2.4 Gbps. It also has a 2.4 GHz band and 4x4 MIMO with radio rate of 600 Mbps, and it's also powered with 802.380 PoE. Although the PoE injector is not included in this particular model that we are going to be unboxing today, and it's also managed by Unifi Network application version 6.0.34 or even higher. Now this is what it looks like inside. This is the Ubiquiti, and then it's a Wi-Fi extender, and we will look at how to install it and set it up for first use. So I'm going to take off this piece of nylon on it, and then so I'm going to take this and set this aside for now while I show you how to install the wall mount or the ceiling mount if you want to. So this is where it comes from. Why, this is the guide. This will help you to be able to install it properly on the wall. With this plumb on it, you can be able to install it neatly so it doesn't tilt to one corner and then begin to cause problem. These are the metal hangings there that we use to hang the Wi-Fi extender. So it has some holes there, so you can read through the instruction, although I'll be taking you through the installation process also. Why this is the mount for the flip side if you're going to be installing yours on the ceiling. Then we have a screw and nail set. So if depending on the kind of installation you want, you have all your screws that you'll be needing, and the guide and the washers also, and the nut also, and of course we have it comes with a manual also that can help you with installation, but this doesn't need too much installation. It's pretty much plug and play. So as long as it's connected to your PoE device, and then you just connect it to the network, whichever network you're using. Otherwise, you can still go through the manual to help you with the installation process. So that is it for that. I'm going to start with the installation on the wall now. So I'll just set this aside and then show you how to install this on the wall if yours is going to be installed on the wall, concrete wall, or whatever kind of wall you want to. So the first thing you want to do if you're going to be installing it on the wall is to take the measurement of the area that you're going to be installing this on, and I have this is a ceiling mount that I am going to be installing it on later, but I will just show you how to install it on the wall if yours is going to be installed on the wall. So the first thing I'll do is to get my paper guide, so it will help me um, give me make markings on the place where I am going to be putting the nails and the screws, and then I will use the plumb on the paper guide on the guide to help me align it properly so it doesn't tilt to one end. So this is supposed to be the one that will be on the surface. If you're installing it on the wall, this will be on the surface, so you won't be needing the other one again. If you're installing yours on the wall, you just make use of this alone. You won't need the other one. Or if yours is going to be on the ceiling, you might want to use the other one because you're going to put that on the flip side. I'm making the point where I will be using the screws and the nail. Of course, I'll be using nail for this, or screw. Then I'll use the fisher peg to peg it to the wall. So on this metal, you have it written there. If yours is going to be on the wall, there's a particular slot for it. We have A and B and C depending on where you're installing yours on. This is what we are going to be making use of, because this will go to the ceiling mount. So this will be at the flip side of the ceiling board. The reason why this will be here is so that it can hold the surface plate in place. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to take the measurement of this here. Then on the flip side, I am going to make the markings on it and begin to install it. In case you haven't done already, like and subscribe to the channel. I have great videos on how to fix all kinds of office equipment and devices. Now that I've made the markings, I'll come out with take out my screw from the screw set. That is a box there that has all kinds of screws that you'll be needing depending on the areas that you're going to be installing it on. Mine is going to be on the ceiling board, so I'll be making use of a screw and nut. We have screw and nuts there. So I will take out 3. We have more than 3 on the set there, but we'll be making use of just 3 for now. And these are the fisher peg that you're going to be using for wall mount if yours is going to be on the wall. So what you do is just to create a hole in the wall, fix in your fisher peg, and then make use of the screws and nuts to screw the surface plates to the wall. So if mine is going to be on the wall, with this screw, I made the hole for the screw already. What I'll do is to widen the hole, make it a bit deep enough for the fishing peg to be able to fit inside. I'll put in the fishing peg and I will begin to screw. So that is if yours is going to be on the wall. You make a hole on the wall and then you widen the hole to the size of the fisher peg there. There's a fisher peg there that you can use. Okay, I am going to be making the hole for the ceiling mount. The initial one I was showing you is how to make the hole for the wall mount. So this one is going to be for the ceiling mount. So I'm going to be using a pen to create the point where my screw is going to go into. I am going to be making use of 3 screws, so I'll just make markings on the 3 areas where the screw is supposed to go into. So it's going to go into the top and then 2 at the bottom. These areas is where I am going to create the holes, and then where I will now put the surface mount. So with my tiny star screwdriver, I'll create a hole there and enough for the screw to be able to go into it and come out at the other side. Then I'll put in the rear panel. The rear panel will help hold the screw in place so it doesn't fall off. I'll fix in the nut on each of them to hold it into place. While you're installing this, you have to put this in an area where the obstruction is not much. If you have wall as obstruction there, it might not be able to get in and it might not be effective. But if it's through glass, it might go through glass and then to still work fine. But if you have walls around, you might just want to avoid the walls and put it in a central location where it will be accessible to the area that you want this to be. It's long range, but where you have obstacles like buildings and different offices, it might be a bit tough to be able to get the network. So I'm true, this is what you look like. So I am going to fix the device on this surface plate mount. So I'll get my device and then we are going to look at this tip. There's a tip at the end. Each of them has to match those tips, and then I will just ensure that it is in. Once it gets into it, then I'll just screw it tight and then it will lock itself in. No, I have not been able to fix it in properly. That is why it's still coming off. So I'm going to check the particular area where the tip is, and then I'll place it exactly at that spot so that it will be able to fit in. Just look at the markings on the spaces and the gap. This space here is where your LAN cable goes into. Of course, your LAN cable has to go into a PoE so that it will be able to power this device. So you have to get a PoE that will be able to power the device, and then your LAN goes into this area. Now I'm going to take proper measurement of this. Now look at the tip endings and then I'll just fix it. And so once it fits in, I'll just twist and then it will just stay. So if it doesn't stay, that means it has not aligned properly. So let me take my time and align it properly. The sharp edge has to go into the spaces around. Okay, I think it has fit in. Now you can see that this balance now is not falling off at all, and you have to be very careful with this device so that it doesn't fall off. If it falls up from that height, you might not be able to use it again because it has a processor inside that can be damaged. So you have to be very, very careful when working with these devices like this.